Motherfucking Larry Bloomer podcast, man. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What we doing? See, that what got your ass put outside in the first place. Shenanigans. It is hump day. It is hump day. It is hump day. Let's see who coming in, who gonna tune in with the Bloomer this morning, man. You know. Who coming in, who tuning in with BigTruDat this morning, man. Let's see who I got, man. It is Rocky. Sit. You know, it is a good Wednesday. Uh, so that aunt I was telling y'all about, shit. Let me see. Just waiting on, you know what I'm saying, a bloomer or two. Waiting on a bloomer or two. You know, this is when I go like this, man, this is Bloomer's radio. I might have to get my audio on iTunes or something though. This is Bloomer's radio, man. You ain't got to worry about looking, just listen this morning, you know. This is Bloomer's radio. Top of the motherfucking morning though, man. What we doing? How y'all doing? I don't know who we got on here. I got 3 members, 3 likes, so I know it's a few members in here. They coming in with them likes this morning. Subscribers though. They won't even let me see what's going on. Welcome to the live. Yeah, let me see who in this motherfucker. Community moderation, translate. I don't know why. Maybe ain't nobody sent no message this morning. Maybe y'all ain't saying nothing because if it ain't letting me view no messages. Who in the building this morning? Bless me with a bankroll. Live chat on anyone. Top of the morning though, people. Top of it. None. All chat. Nah. What we on this morning though? Glorilla versus Brorilla. Who more convincing? Can't hear, can't see. I know I got the screen up like Miss T. You know how Miss T be having just her screen up sometimes. That's why I said this like radio talk this morning, man. We live, but this like we on the radio, man. I ain't trying to be seen this morning, man. I'm just, just talking. I'm dealing with the dog, you know. But long as you can hear me, though, that's the most important thing. What's going on, Mr. GF? I just couldn't see no messages, man. I just couldn't see no messages. So, who all been listening to the back and forth? I ain't never seen Miss T, I don't think. Exactly. This how Miss T do it all the time. So, this just I be seeing a couple bloggers do it like this. I done did it a couple days like this, you know what I'm saying? It just this morning flow, man. Everything. I ain't had no allergic reaction or no shit like that though. Everything still cold steady. But I've been listening to Glorilla, Glorilla versus Glorilla for the past couple weeks. Stop. So I'm pretty sure a few of y'all heard the recordings between Glorilla and her mama, and then Glorilla and her dad. So let's start there though. What do y'all think about the conversation between Glorilla and her mama on the phone and Glorilla and her daddy on the phone? Cause I have an opinion. Remember, I started off. I told Glorilla tried to charge me 3,500. I'm like, shit, I'm on your side. Damn, that's a little. But I listened to her on the jump with I want to say it might have been DJU, and basically you got a live reaction of her listening to Glorilla and her mama on the phone, and she got to calling her other siblings and shit, right? So maybe it could be because I did hear Glorilla said the siblings that I don't fuck with, that I ain't fuck with in 7 years, she been on for 4 years. So she said in 7 years. So it's more than one sibling that she don't fuck with. So that must mean Brorilla is in tune with the siblings that she don't fuck with. Glo got a different type of relationship with her dad. Definitely got a different type of relationship. But I'm gonna tell you some things I don't know how to judge this shit. Like when you looking at these young people, it just saying like the value's different. You know, like I couldn't fathom. I know she's saying Shawty didn't grow up in the house with her half the time, and this, and that. But did it seem like Glorilla was kind of talking for her mama? Like, this is what I want you to talk about type shit. Just asking. Just asking. I could be wrong, but it does seem like she was kind of talk about it like this. Because her sister came with a message, even though it was from a couple years ago. She came with a message, allegedly for entertainment purposes, that her mama, had sent in a group chat. And basically, the message was she wasn't happy. Straight to the point. What going on? Man, y'all make sure y'all go tap in with Straight to the Point too. He doing sports talk. I'm just trying to make some sense, man. Get your ass down, boy. Make some sense. I see the play from a mile away. What's the play? Straight to the Point. Tell me what you think the play is. I'ma still say this though, y'all. Me and my brother was talking about this. And me and my brother, let's go rockin'. We didn't grow up in the same household. But we remember writing on money like it was dollars and shit. Talking about which cars we wanted. Sleeping in the bed with each other. Like, we remember those times though. And it's just like off of that, a nigga would make sure their brother was straight. Or at least give him an opportunity. Let's go. She definitely stirring. Yeah, she definitely was stirring the conversation. Even with her dad. Oh, we ain't gonna talk about all that. Dad, you ain't gotta say all that, cause he ready to get, you know what I'm talking about, talk about some shit. But she ain't just really wanting to talk freely. How many of y'all think Bro-Rilla is funny? How many of y'all think she funny though? One thing I did know about Bro-Rilla, she telling you she gonna put the police on your ass now. If y'all paying attention now. So don't let the tattoos and shit on your face fool you and this and that. I done heard her say numerous times, Stud really funny and a little slow. Then she funny, a little slow. You think it's any truth to it? Well, it's gotta be some truth to it. So going back to the initial question that's on the thumbnail. Who more believable? Glow or Bro? Grow or Blow Rilla is more believable. Or Stud Rilla? Say, hey, little Rocky. I think Stud really funny and a little slow. One thing for sure, she ain't got no filter. That's for sure. Her ass ain't got no filter. Like I said, I've been listening to a few of her interviews and shit, and I just believe in. I think somewhere along the line, man, the values are we losing values, core values. That's what I think. I'm still on the fence because she not lying about everything. She might be putting extras on it. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I'm just listening to Glorilla, man. When she came out, you could have. She told us she could have kept going with the stud shit, woo. Right? Like I may have would have done something for you. So it's like I don't know, even the daddy, the family secrets, you know what I'm saying? I ain't supposed to be talking about nothing about the woods and, So check this out. I ran into this little young nigga, man. They go right. And, we just chopping it up. We chopping it up. So we got to speaking about, interviews and things of that nature. So, it's another underground Memphis artist shedding light on his situation. The man got a cold, get down. Got a cold back story. So those of you who've been living in Memphis, right? Come on, Rocky. Get in there. Those of you who've been living in Memphis, y'all might remember this incident. 2007. Happened in Walker Home, man. Gotta be 2007. You know what I noticed too though, Mr. GL? Since my channel got affected, you know when your channel get affected too, when YouTube, whatever the shit called, what they did, took a hit, they ain't promote my shit like that either though. They ain't promoting it right now. They might start back promoting it next month, but they ain't promoting it right now though. But yeah, I don't see nobody else talking but you. So, man, the man told me he got shot at the age of 3. I'm like, damn, for real? Cause see, we was trying to get the interview going yesterday. He was like, man, shit, I think he was telling me he whatever he said, I think he was like he was hurting or something. I was like, bro, what's up, bro? You got shot or something? He was like, yeah, I done got shot a couple times. You know what I'm saying? I got shot at the age of 3. And then I got shot, you know what I'm saying, a few months ago. But I still had fragments in me from when I was 3 that they just removed and shit. Then I got shot again. You know, so just a conversation with them, you know, like, damn, these young niggas, not saying we ain't go through shit going up, but you know, they going through with minimal guidance. So, but then he out here also trying to navigate and figure out a better way to move too though. Like, you know, these young niggas, you got someone that want to change. Just don't know how, don't know the avenues and things of that nature. So, you know, we're gonna bring bro on the show. So we could talk about, you know, just being young in the streets. But I went back to say, I remember in 2007 in Walker Home when a little kid had got shot. I remembered it. And to turn back around and to see his little bro, you know what I'm saying? You know, just interesting. So y'all be stay tuned for an interview with a young man named Splat. You know what I'm saying? Coming real soon. Coming real soon. Oh, what do y'all think about the incident, values, principles, and morals that change for the youth? It's like they don't have them. Man, most definitely don't have them. It's really like when we say the youth, I'm gonna say really after my generation, it's fucked up. You know, like, cause 30 ain't 30. This is a different 30. You know, it's a different 30. Every. You know, we be speaking on the youth, but really in actuality, everybody done shifted. You know what I'm saying? Everybody principles, values, and you know, social media showing you that all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? I always think about the like a couple years ago, just the grannies who in the kitchen twerking and with I'm like, so all the values and principles and shit like that done change. You know, so it ain't just the kids, it's from all the way from the top. You know what I'm saying? When you got dancing grannies and twerking this and twerking that, you know the whole house dynamic is gonna be fucked off. You know, we come from the era where, I mean, grandma used to wake us up. We eating at the table. You know what I'm saying? No, eating in the room and this and that. My motherfucker got to come sit at the table and eat. Nowadays, these kids don't even wake up for breakfast most of the time. So everything really done switched, bro. The last 25 years seem like it been a molding for this day and age, this time that we in though. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. The last 20 years has been a segue into this. Man, Granny's so young now. Granny's is definitely young now. Like I be thinking about, I be talking to a lot of niggas and just think about it. People be in their 40s and shit and be grannies, 30s. And I already be granddad. I'm trying to think who the fuck I be conversing with my nigga. Like, I got grandkids and shit. I feel like being in your 30s with a grandkid is, it's pushing it. But then, like I said, we are in a world that evolves and, things change, move faster and stuff like that. But it's just like when it comes to that, it ain't, the younger you get, it ain't no structure. So it really get to that concept, like they be saying, man, babies raising babies. Should beef ever die? That's what I think about when I see Tony Yayo and Ja Rule on the airplane. How y'all feel about Tony Yayo and Ja Rule having a little fallout on the airplane? I ain't gonna lie, I listened to Tony Yayo interview. It's probably the first interview that I just really listened to with Tony Yayo. And I'm like, Tony Yayo really just sound like, just say they not pressing the issue on the principles and stuff. Man, facts. If y'all listen to the interview of Tony Yayo explaining what happened with Ja Rule, that shit was funny. Ja Rule pump faking. That shit was funny. Ja Rule pump faking. Why you say Ja pump faking? I don't know if I would have wanted to sit with two niggas behind me and Tony Yayo said Uncle Murder was throwing pretzels at him and, shit like that, trying to entice him. But I'm just saying, listening to the Tony Yayo interview, the interview was lame, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reasoning for it, like, Ja Rule, like, it could have been true, but it just, the verbiage behind it was lame. Like, he said he smacked Tony with a pillow. I heard, right, I ain't see that now. I heard he threw a pillow now and got put out. See, I ain't see that version. Man, shit, I been around, man. Nigga be needing a couple of days, man. Work, work. We need a couple of days, man. Work, then the damn dog, man. That shit there, I don't know. I meant to go live last night. I ain't gonna lie. Them little slushies be doing it too, though. I fell asleep in the chair last night, fucking with the dog. So between ripping and running, the little slushies. Then my auntie, I had a death in the family Friday and Thursday. Then my auntie, you know what I'm saying, bro, I ain't know her situation, how it was. Shit, they saying she on hospice. She like in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? This my auntie that I was talking about. I used to go with my granny to college and, you know what I'm saying, help clean up a nigga dorm and shit like that. My auntie, she used to be on my ass about riding around with bad tags. I was like, for sure, boy, you need to get them tags straight. It's cool to appreciate him, but he be going overboard. Hell yeah. But I appreciate that though, bro. You know what I was just saying. So I've been had some videos. I remember last year, my big cousin that like old man shot my big cousin in May. So like I really just sitting here thinking about it. My family been taking a little hit. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga at that stage where, you know, them aunties and uncles who you grew up with, like they, you know what I'm saying? They looking around like, damn. So yeah, man. So I just really been, you know what I'm saying, chilling, looking at all my grandma kids and shit. Like, damn. First, her oldest, and this, you know what I'm saying. I think my auntie Mabel is older than Barbara Ann, but no, she ain't. No, she ain't. So, you know, man, fucking with that, bro. Yeah, fucking with it, man. You get to looking at their family, and like I said, grandma kids, and my aunties and shit. I was speaking with my big cousin. I can actually say, because I ain't really I grew up with my daddy, but I ain't really had no daddy. So all my aunties and uncles, you know what I'm saying, my grandma kids played a part in my life. So I was telling my big cousin that yesterday, like even her mama, you know what I'm saying, all my uncles and aunties done played a part in my life. So, and then this one is locked up, you know what I'm saying, her son, I think my cousin, he might have froze to death. What virus you talking about? What to do with you? I'm proud of you and what you doing for South me to keep going. Man, appreciate that, homie. For sure, for sure. They label it her as another strain of COVID. What are you talking about? I grew up with my dad's side of the family. You know what I'm saying? I grew up. That's the side I grew up. I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Functioning on both sides, but I grew up like for real in the household with my dad and people, especially after the little custody shit. You know what I'm saying? So my uncle that died, my great uncle that died, who was the first professor at Russ and shit like that. That's on my mama's side of the family. But my cousin that got shot by the old man last year. I had another two cousins just passed in Louisiana last year. All this shit on my daddy's side. My big cousin that froze to death. That's my daddy's side. Froze to death. Nah, he wasn't in prison. Nah, I ain't say he was in prison. Nah, he was outside. Nah, he was on third. I got a cousin named Marcel, and Marcel. I think my big cousin told me last night somebody probably had slipped a Mickey on sale. Cause I remember one of my cousins. I got another cousin. They call him DT. He from South Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Daryl Trailer. A lot of people, a lot of folks know Daryl Trailer. So he the one told me like, cuz you doing all these stories, you don't be talking about Trig, man. You don't be talking about the mob. So that's when I started, you know what I'm talking about, Trig. But I remember they had some shit going on. Like my cousin used to be rocking the road, man, rocking the road back in the '90s and shit. And he got jammed up. So when he went to jail, you know how you go to jail and you leave this, that, like he left the streets with a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? He left cuz with some thousands. He left some aunties and shit with some thousands. He left three cars out here and told them folk park his cars. So cuz you wouldn't have did a stretch though. Now in a perfect world, you go to jail, you go to prison, you come home and you still got your whips and but you know, hey, you know, my cousin, his little brother, the one that the old man shot last year, that's my cousin Delmon. He drove one of his cars to Southside School and they stole it. Marcel got robbed for one of his cars and, you know what I'm saying, fucked some money off. So that type of shit. So they had that type of tension. You know, the cuz came home from jail and he really still mad about nigga fucking some money off in some cars and shit like that. But at this time, Marcel stay there in the house with my big cousin and my auntie. Good morning, family. Everyone praying start his track. Man, you talking about some track. Anyway, yeah. So I remember my cousin came over my grandma's house and he was talking about Marcel. He was like, man, this nigga cool. Let me tell you something. No, I take it back. Marcel told me first. This one I ain't know what was going on. Marcel like, huh, there are three people. That ain't the same, man. He got one nigga that just sit in a chair and walk all day and just rock all day. Then it's a quiet one. And then you got one that come in the house and just be mad. I'm like, cool, what going on? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that nigga three people, cuz. I think he trying to do something. I'm like, what going on with Sale? So I tell my big cousin about it. I tell my big cousin, I'm saying, what's going on. Cause I'm like, cuz, you know, Sale. He said, yeah, I be having to watch that nigga little young, man. I don't know what's going on, man. I have to watch that nigga. He talking about them three people. But see, he told him the same thing. You know, like, they had a standoff about it. Like, hey, nigga, you ain't my cousin. I know you. True, it's a lot of content on her page, little bro. It's gonna go viral. You gonna have all the way to the point. Man, top of the morning, top of the morning. So I'm like, man, cuz. So I'm just listening to this shit. But like I said, one cuz is still mad about the cars and the money and shit like that though. So when my cousin Delmon got shot last May, you know, everybody was over their house. Anyway, Saya really ain't have to be out there like that, but somebody supposed to have slipped him a Mickey, and you know, so shit. He used to walk around Third Street though, you know, walk around Third. I remember one time I was riding. And y'all know where that the direct TV insurance place at? Or the direct insurance right there on Third and I wanna say this Third and is that Mallory? Because used to be sitting right there across the street from the car lot, in the Exxon. And you know how you know your family. Cuz was the first one who had he back in the day. I'm gonna tell y'all from the South. Cuz used to have a candy blue Monte Carlo with a white top on it, and he used to stay in Riverside. A candy blue and chrome Monte Carlo with the white top on it. He used to have the spokes and shit sticking out the side, shit like that, though, right? So, but he was the first one I seen with the chain nets. So I used to like to go over cuz out the shoe ball and hear them chain nets and shit though. And he was a big Paul Pierce fan though, right? But long story short, somebody slipped the Mickey on cuz. So like I said, I seen cuz one day he had on about 15 coats. Like, but you know your family. Damn, that cuz, I turn around. You're like, yeah, Lil Leon, you know, you still know who a nigga was. We chopped it up for a second. I sat out there. I ain't want to see my cousin out there like that, but I also know he ain't have to be out there like that also. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they said cuz probably fucked around and froze to death, though. You remember seeing that car? Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Froze to death, man. Froze to death. So this, the year kind of ended with, you know, family members and shit. And then it started same shit, man. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Hey, Miss John, let me ask y'all a question. We were talking about glow versus blow, bro. Who sound more believable though? You know what I'm saying? It's family business, but you know, at this point, they got it out there for the masses. So who sound more believable? If y'all just had to sit back and weigh in on it, you know, I'm pretty sure it's some truth to both of them. But for the sake of what's in the media right now, bro, I say bro sound more believable too though, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. Especially it be people out there that don't have to be out there. They choose to be. And okay, so check this out. Hey Arthur, I'm finna fuck Arthur up. You know the liquor store the liquor store in the area, right? It's on third, right? I'm finna fuck you up. I know you done seen him out here. I got a step brother, man, named Poopie. And he sit out there too. He sit out there in front of the store. He got a cut on his head. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to bother nobody, no shit like that. But he'll sit out there and ask for $1 and some shit like that, though. Top of the morning. I seen that same interview when she was basically reacting to the phone call of her mama and sister having a conversation. I saw that as well. So guess what though, Miss John? What I let me ask y'all this. What was the point of Glorilla twerking while having a conversation with her mama? What we twerking for? You just happy? Just happy pants? The mama really messy. That threw me out. Yeah, that threw me out. You know, like I ain't even gonna laugh. That's what I'm saying. This generation crazy. Turkey can't trying to see what's going on. Watch this motherfucker lady dancing. Okay, so we set up. We listen to bro, right? We listen to Glow, and we can hear. I'm gonna tell you what I heard. I heard she got a few siblings that she don't fuck with, and they know why. It ain't just her. So, like I said, bro, really gotta be in tune with the siblings that she don't fuck with. Like the ones she don't fuck with, them the one bro really fuck with. Victoria fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like, simple as that. But let me say this too now. Let me say this. The recording was a couple. What you think about? The recording was from a couple years ago. Does that make a difference? She said she said that about Glow Stud. Told the Stud she was broke and couldn't give her money because she was working, but was lying. Then told Glow to meet her hotel. Her siblings ain't on her. She said that about Glow to the Studs. Then the Stud she was broke. Then told the Stud she was broke and couldn't give her no money because she was working. Ah, that what the mama said? That's wild there. Yeah, that's some whole nother, message type of shit though. If that's what's going on. But you know how it be, like you can take this and draw from other situations. Like if you the breadwinner, some things just gonna be too quick to just speak out against you if you have done something for them. You know what I'm saying? But when you the parent, truthfully, you don't supposed to be, you supposed to be able to nip that shit in the bud, really. Because you still communicating with one of them. She got the number, it showed her call, and then while they was talking, while she was doing her interview, they were doing her interview. She called her ass, she called her mama right then and there. But she didn't pick up. So, like I said, man, y'all make sure y'all be on the lookout for an interview with Splat coming soon. Another one of these Memphis babies. Shot at the age of 3. Um, of course, it wasn't meant for him, but shot at the age of 3. Wasn't able to get the fragments removed till he was old, and he just shot again. Just brought up in the city though, man. But he actually want to change his life. Um, so we just gonna hear it from the prospect point of view of one of the YNs that's out here living, out here living and trying to matriculate through the streets the best way possible. Man, most definitely. Hopefully they can, reconcile their situation. For real, for real. Life too short. Family is the. Hey, you only get one family, man. You only get one family. You only get one life. So, and like you said, it seems like the older we get, you talking about little brother that YouTube. I don't know if he YouTube. I know he say he rap. I don't know if he YouTube or not though. But I do know he rap. Walking home, baby. He said, he was raised in walking home, man. So he just got a little interesting story, and he was like, man, he really need this shit, though. Like I see now, though, a lot of these young niggas, though, they need a nigga to talk to. vent to, you know. I guess it's like what go back to what Euro was saying though, like this shit therapy. And that's how I look at it in a sense too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it take a village to build for sure. If my sibling pool would have burnt out on me, I'd be through fuck them. Man. I feel y'all, I guess, though. If my sibling pull a burner out on me, I'd be through. Fuck with me too, though. For real, for real. I guess I'm reading it right. She pulled that joint out on me yesterday. Or how long ago that was? We were growing up. Cause all I heard was, you ain't really grow up in the house with us. You know, you was over there, you was using CPS and you stayed with uncle and shit like that, you know. That's what I really heard. I'm just saying. What about them girls? What about them girls that let her get beat up? I'm supposed to let her, she got feet put on her. I may forgive her. I ain't gonna lie. It one of them jumps where I just would have looked at it like this. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If I was up like this, they wrong as fuck. It ain't fit to be for two. I ain't fit. I'm gonna say this. If I was in Glorilla position, because like I said, it seemed like, to be honest, just going off of that text message, Glorilla. Then how her sister said she chose a. Glorilla might have been one of them kids who was ready to get out of the house. You know, that motherfucking house was too crowded. So she found her safe haven with her friends, you know? So I can understand it. It's too much going on in the house. There's a lot of chaos in the house. So, hey, she found her safe haven, like I said, with her friends. And, you know what I'm saying? And whatever it was, because this house crowd is a motherfucking that. We ain't got no mansion, no. We stay, you know, come on now. So, of course, the motherfucker wanted to get out the house. Bad. She trying to stay wherever she can stay at, because it's crowded in this motherfucker. So, okay, you got that working for you. It don't matter when she pulled it, it's beef after that. You see, she can't fight. You see, bro Rilla can't fight. One thing we noticing about the Rillas, you see the Rillas ain't no fighters. They some talkers. They ain't no fighters. So I wonder, but the real thing is, what's the reason she pulled the gun on Glow? Let's talk about that now. We always, you know, I wonder why she pulled the gun on Glow. Cause Glow, in her video, she was fighting back. I don't know. You never know what family got going on. The Rillas. Yeah, the Rillas. You don't know what the Rillas got going on, man. She got tired of Glow shit. They might have been finna jump her. You see what I'm saying? Glow was a minor at the time. She upped on her. Do that girl look like she just, when y'all sit up and look at her, just be real. Bro Rilla still, even though she look like she might be a little fragile, sickly. She like, so you really don't even look like you probably be putting your hands on Bro Rilla if you want to be real now. Let's start there. Let's talk about that. It look like a motherfucker supposed to be putting their hands on Bro Rilla. Big head, little body. Come on now. Let's be real now. Let's talk about that one. So she might need that motherfucking gun. You see what I'm saying? You don't look like you supposed to be putting your hands on Bro Rilla. First of all, I get it. But I said, bro, look sickly, fragile. She looks sickly, fragile. Like if you push her, she'll fall. So I'm saying she might need her gun. That's all I'm saying. She might need her gun. She look a little sickly to me though. And that's all I'm saying. So she probably ain't trying to fight no motherfucker. It take me back to this incident. I was just telling my cousin this. Just hear me out. I got an older cousin named Reggie. And my older cousin, Reggie, he blind right now. But he didn't always used to, but as far as back as I can remember, he wasn't blind. But when I was a little boy, right, I remember he had surgery on his eyes, right? And I remember getting my ass whooped because I told Reggie, boy, I hit you in your eye. And man, his dad and my uncle beat my ass about that. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's older than me. I got cousins that's 4, 5 years, 6 years older than me. And they the ones that played with Reggie and shit though. He just was my big cousin. I remember seeing him in my grandma's house. And I was like, boy, I hit you in your eye. And I got my ass whooped because he had big ass tape all on one eye and shit like this. Little Leo, why you tell Reggie you gonna hit him in his eye? I don't know what Reggie did, but I don't know what the fuck he did. But I told him I was gonna hit him in his eye. So I'm saying it just like I got my ass whooped because Reggie was already, you don't supposed to be putting your hands on Reggie, is what I'm saying. So even the thought of me putting my hands on Reggie, no matter if he was older or not, he was handicapped in a sense. Going blind. Nah, he ain't beat me up. Nah, he ain't beat me up. We were just in my granny house, and he might have been trying to, I don't know what Reggie was doing. He be talking shit sometimes. I don't know what Reggie was doing, but I just know his daddy heard me tell him I was gonna hit him in his eyes. And you gonna do what? Man, that triggered it. It triggered it right there. And I'm looking at my dad like, damn, man, you gonna let me get a whooping? Stop him. Shit, save me, father. Just letting him mind whoop my ass. And my dad, hey, that shit there, I'm just thinking about this shit. Hey, I remember my uncle. My uncle didn't even just, I remember one time my uncle, he hit me, like one of them hammer fish in the top of the head one day. And my dad just walked back. Man, weak ass nigga. Man, save me, bro. What is going on? You should have been, man, hell nah, man. I'm putting some extra cry on it because I want him to jump in this shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My man, let that man whoop me. I don't even think he even asked him what was wrong, man. What'd he do? The fuck? Man, he ain't even asked him what he do. He just walked by me type shit. Remember I told you, though, this the same uncle, though, when my daddy was drunk. And me and my little cousin was sitting in the backseat of the car. And my daddy, like, we couldn't stop laughing. And my auntie was in the car. And she was like, nah, they don't need no, you know what I'm talking about? They ain't supposed to get in trouble for laughing. Oh, disrespectful. That's what my uncle up there saying. No, they disrespectful. How the fuck we disrespectful? Because this nigga drunk. And this shit's so funny. We cannot stop laughing, man. We trying to. Fuck, we disrespectful. No, this nigga funny back here, man. Pull the car over. Let us jump out or something. Hey, pull the car over. Let us get these giggles and shit out, man. Yeah, he one of them, man. He one of them. Oh, they being disrespectful, man. Hell nah, my dad is so funny. Like I said in my little, y'all done been around somebody that's trying not to laugh, but they giggling. That's what my little cousin was doing. Man, that shit was so funny. He was trying to hold that shit in, and then he just bust out laughing, and I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it. So even when I was getting the whooping, man, I was still laughing because the shit was funny though, man. Man told me he gonna shave. When he said he gonna shave me with a brick, my little cousin said that was the funniest shit he ever heard in his life, and he just bust out laughing. And at that point, exactly, at that point, I couldn't take it no more, man. I couldn't hold them goddamn giggles in, man. I'ma shave your eye, Leon. I'ma shave your ass with a brick. You laughing? Cause he was talking to my little cousin. And I kept laughing. Oh, you laughing? Hi, Leon. Then when you hear a nigga call your name like that, y'all got the same name, that shit be funny though. You hear me? I ain't gonna lie, it's just some shit the nigga go through. That shit be funny, man. Cause as I got older, hi Leon, I hit him with the joint. You can't whoop my ass now. Okay, Leon. I remember one day I called him Leon some motherfucking money. He was so mad. Okay, Leon. Okay, Leon. All right, Leon. You through? You through, Leon? You through, Leon? My dad, if he was looking for any and every goddamn thing, you gotta watch him though. He be looking for something to pick up though. I ain't gonna lie. Trolling the shit out of him. All right, Leon. That nigga looked at me. Yeah, got your ass. You ain't like that, huh? What you act like a Leon? Nigga, you ain't acting like, you know what I'm saying, a pops or nothing. What is wrong with you? But yeah, man, I'm finna, at my dad in middle nine. Motherfucker. Man, something else with himself. Man, it's something else with himself, man. I'm finna, we got a meeting. Yup. Them folks talking about a meeting this morning, man. Mandatory. I act just like. Man, I don't act shit like my dad. You lying. Hell nah. I got some ways. But I don't act shit like my dad. My dad, hell nah. My dad used to be a drunk. My dad, the reason I don't want to deal with nobody that drink. So nah, hell nah. Oh, you said you do. I say hell nah, don't put that on me. I'm finna tell your ass the differences right now. Fuck with them though. We got some ways for sure. I got some of my daddy ways. Like my daddy a loner when it comes to trolling. Yeah, he a loner. Introvert type shit though. He definitely did. But man, y'all make sure y'all tune in. I had an interview for y'all yesterday, but we couldn't. Nah, day before yesterday. But man, niggas be feeling like I guess, man, I can't just be. I ain't on no time like that. That you just, anytime you want to do it. Nah, we ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have your time situated. You got to, when you say you're ready, man. You know, this is not that. Scared the fuck out of me. Never mess with that bird again. I think my daddy gave me my first shot of liquor. I know he did. Motherfucking real whiskey. T.W. Samuel. Here, boy. They let you know my daddy was a drinker. He drinking T.W. Samuel. You got to be that's alcoholic shit there. You drinking, you throwing that TW back. Man, you don't play this shit. Real shit. If you throwing that TW Samuel back, man, you hear me? So that's how I came in the game. Sipping TW. I remember one day, man, we walked from motherfucking South Memphis. I'm talking about Tread. All right, then Brady, what you saying, man? Fuck you saying. Man, I remember me, my daddy, and Moon. Moon stayed on Simpson Street. We stayed on Cambridge Street. Boy, we walked from Moon was the first tall nigga I been around. I think Moon might have been, you know what, now that I think about it, Moon might have been my height. Moon might have been about 6'6", actually. So I'm taller than Moon. But when you a little boy and you see a nigga, then back then niggas used to they ain't wear baggy clothes. They wore jeans that fit them. So Moon was tall nigga you seen. I thought Moon was a giant. We used to go in Moon backyard and that's when I used to eat figs and shit. Used to pick the figs off his tree. And my dad used to sit over there. They used to sit in there and drink and walk back to the crib. But man, we walked from Cambridge to downtown, like literal downtown. Man, I felt like this. That shit was so far. I remember Moon put me on his shoulders. Cause my little legs and shit were hurting. Yep, Moon put me on his shoulders, man. It's shit so crazy. All my daddy friends, though, growing up died of drinking, drunks. Like real shit. Drunk theyself to death for the most part, man. But yeah, man, he had a nigga walking, bro. We walked. I don't even know what we walked for, but we walked from Cambridge to downtown, bro. That shit was so far. I'm like, motherfucker left me at the house. Moon from South Memphis, tall dog, yeah, brown skin, alcohol. He died though. That's your second cousin. Yeah, I remember Moon. Come on, man. He died from. Yeah. He got some other. I forgot Moon other brother too though. He got another tall ass. I think it might have been. I don't know. I don't know Moon brother name, but it was another one. I think it might have been Mike. True, that's my second cousin. OMG. I'm South Memphis, baby. Everybody know me. Why y'all gotta tap in, man? You never know. I be telling y'all what's the heart of the South, man. I'm the heart of the South, man. You know, underground, man. This is underground radio. Yep, I remember my last time seeing Moon. Not my last time, but we was on Cambridge. And my daddy had just put my gold up and shit though. He did that. My grandma had bought me a gold Crown Royal purple bag. That Crown Royal purple bag. Hell yeah. A Crown Royal purple bag. Yup. My dad had just put the gold up in the backyard. And he didn't want to let it up all the way to my man. This good enough. So I think he put that on like 8 feet, some shit like that. But I was telling Moon I could beat him racing. And my dad was like, in a short distance, no. But in a long range, you'll probably kill him. So me and Moon got out there and raced though. Real shit. We got out there and raced. I can't think if I beat Moon or not though. Sometime the green bag. Yeah, sometime the green bag for sure. But that purple bag, when the tour, my Uncle Joe, that nigga used to have the purple bag on the steering wheel. You hear me? Ain't no telling what's in the Crown Royal bag. I remember seeing multiple Crown Royal bags. Some of them motherfucker got money in it. That motherfucker got drugs in it. That motherfucker got coins in it. That motherfucker got the gun in it. My auntie used to keep the little 22 in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That Crown Royal bag was, you know, the suitcase. I'm gonna tell you, we used to drink that shit. Why? Hard car party and the kids had to stay in the back. Man, what you said? I miss Moon. He was so crazy. That's my mother's favorite cousin. My Moon was cool. Moon was a cool dude though. Like out of my dad's friends, I remember Moon, Big Jerry. Big Jerry died of cirrhosis of the liver. My auntie, they saying my auntie might have cirrhosis of the liver. I'm like, damn, how she got cirrhosis of the liver? My auntie, I can't never recall my auntie drinking or no shit like that. So I don't really know what's going on with it. Man, chain anything, any motherfucker ain't going nowhere. You know the bag. I done seen the nigga get smacked with the Crown Royal bag with the change in it. Like for real, for real. Man, them definitely was the good old days. For real, for real. Definitely was the good old days. But yeah, once again, man, shout out to Memphis, man. Shout out to Memphis. Shout out to the South, bro. You grew up in the South part. I ain't used my damn dishwasher one time. That motherfucker started getting some work put on it. For real. Break the dishwasher out. How many of y'all use y'all dishwasher? When you use your dishwasher, you still supposed to like pre-wash them? If I'm a pre-wash them, I might as well wash the motherfucker. That's too much, like, you know what I mean? If I'm gonna put a little salt, nope. I like to wash mine, the whole stuff, yeah. That's what I might need to do, the whole man then. So don't nobody use their dishwasher. Me at time, but I'm too old school. I hand wash. They still be dirty. I don't feel like the dishwasher get to. That's what I'm saying. Right. Motherfucker just got this joint in here for nothing, man. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put mine to use, put some dishes in there or something. maybe some cups or something, you know. But I'm gonna say what I really don't do though. I normally don't like when I don't eat a whole lot of. I air fry a lot of shit, really. So, but I don't eat a lot of. I don't have a lot of food on my dishes. Put it like that. When I put my shit in the sink, I pretty much rinse them off. So I don't have a lot of food and shit on there anyway. You know, it ain't gonna be too much hard, dried up condiments on there. You know, then I put bleach in my dishwater, so I add bleach in my dishwater too. I do too. I actually got some little bleach tablets that I just snatched up that I'm gonna insert in my dishwater. Got some little bleach tablets. Man, that motherfucking air fryer is a gold mine. I love the air fryer, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I love the air fryer. I love the air fryer, my little electric lunchbox, like them little shit though. Yeah, though. Man, interview with Splat on the way. Remember I said bro was shot at 3, then he was shot at 19. He out here pushing, he pushing his music, but he trying to navigate through the streets of Memphis at the same time, and turning dirt into diamonds. So we gonna bring him on the platform and just talk about young nigga woes, basically. We still got the official performance from LaShante Pop. It's coming. I'm waiting on her to finish the mixing and the editing and shit. She wanted to be in charge of it. She wanted to, she said that's what she do. So I turned the videos over to her. So y'all stay tuned for that official live performance. I got JD3 coming on here. I've got a lot of up and coming artists that I'm fucking with this year. For the first half, actually. Air fry is the shit, especially the joint you can cook multiple things at once. See, I gotta get that one. I just have an air fryer that I've been rocking with for about a year or two. I ain't had to upgrade it yet, but I'm gonna get one of those air fryers. It's air fryer is a nice. You can if you really fuck with the air fryer. I can see myself not spending me 100 plus on a decent air fryer because I use it. Need some type of medicine for this sniffle. Yeah. It's allergies. I slept with the air on though. It's one of them. It might be the reason I need to tell these folks I can't come to this training anymore. I got a cold, running old. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how y'all feel about this shit. But I'm finna check on it though, for sure, man. Let me get out of here, man. Y'all be smooth, be cool. We're gonna tap in a little later. I appreciate y'all tuning in on this live. For real. Y'all be easy. Enjoy the day. Miss Joan, my Sora, yeah, Miss LaShante Pop. So I'm waiting on her. Miss John, Mr. GL, Willie Miller. Man, straight to the point. I seen him in here. 49ers 901. Too solid. Miss Muffin. Arthur. Man, I appreciate everybody fucking with me this AM, man. Fucking with me this AM. Membership should be back available soon, man. We're gonna I was supposed to make a video for YouTube and explain to them how I do my content creating and all that shit, man. I just ain't even done that shit yet, man. I ain't even get my last YouTube check too. They still got my funds held up. So whenever I come back, they give me back when my page is all the way correct, and they owe me a little cash too though, man. But you know, the life of a tuber, the YouTuber, man. You know, it is what it is. But I'm out of here. Y'all be smooth. Big South Memphis shit. Y'all be prosperous too though.